everybody, welcome. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. It's great to have you here. We're recording this, we're live on the 21st of December 2023, and this session that I run is all about how to make 2024 better than 2023. No matter how successful you've been, some of you might have been incredibly successful in 2023, and you're perhaps looking for the edge to do even more and increase and improve and grow and increase profits and so on. Others perhaps had a tough time, and I know a lot of people have. We've just about survived. We've managed to keep going, and we're still here. And all credit to you for being here. But a big credit to you for being here today, because, whilst we've got Christmas coming up, we're all busy doing things perhaps socially or, trying to organise stuff for Christmas as well as running our business. It really is, for me, I very much appreciate the fact that you're here. And just to let you know what we're doing right now, we're streaming on LinkedIn live, as I've suggested. We're also streaming on Facebook, although I do believe I've just had something ping up on my screen that the Facebook stream is perhaps not working today. So I think that's the fault of my system that I use, which is called StreamYard, by the way. We're also live on YouTube, and importantly also I'm coming to you on my podcast. So I'm on my podcast, which goes out to Amazon Music. It also goes out to iTunes and about 30 other streaming sites. So believe it or not, this is being either watched or listened to by around about 7,000 to 8,000 people, which just totally blows my mind, that we can do that, and that's really, I suppose, essentially what this message is about. And it's not about me going, aren't I popular? No, it's about anybody can do this. We just need to know what to do, which is one of the big problems. I work with people who are looking to grow their business. Often they either don't know what to do, they haven't got time to do it, or we get a group of people who've never really done much marketing. They're good at what they do, and they get a bit of referral business and, repeat business and do a bit of networking, but they don't really market themselves, and now they're really looking to grow their business. So if any of that rings any bells, by all means, get in touch. If you want to book a meeting with me, you can do so on my website using Calendly, so you can go and find a time that's convenient for you and book a meeting. Obviously, I'm not going to be around at Christmas, and I'm actually away in the new year as well, going on a bit of a jaunt, a bit of a holiday. But anyway, you're not here to come here to hear that. You've come here to hear what do you need to do in order to be more successful in 2024 than you were in 2023. Well, okay, let's just cut to the chase here. If you think about it, what does success mean? Yeah, for you it might mean lots of different things, being healthier and fitter and all that sort of stuff and better relationships. But really, what I'm going to be focused on, which is my expertise, which has been, I've been doing now for 28 years. And to be honest, you don't have to be that bright to notice what works and what doesn't. Because let's face it, in business, lots of times when we do things like marketing, they don't work. Why is that? Well, there's always a reason, I believe. It's never that, one form of marketing doesn't work. All marketing works. It just doesn't work all the time. And so really my message at this point is, if you want a more successful 2024, you've got to ultimately become a better business owner. That's ultimately what it's about, isn't it? Because if you always do what you've always done, then you're probably always going to get what you've always got. So let's look at what areas of your business do you need to improve upon? Because, I don't know about you, but my belief is nothing's perfect. Nothing about my business is perfect. Nothing. So I can improve each and every element of my business. Now, if you've ever heard of a guy called Michael Gerber and his book, The E-Myth, The Entrepreneurial Myth, Why Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It is the subhead to that book. He talks about the importance of understanding the three key areas of a business, the three departments that every business has got. And they are simply operations, marketing, and finance. They're the three departments. Now, if I was to ask you what your level of expertise is in those three departments, I hallucinate that you're going to tell me something like, well, marketing, if I was to rate myself in marketing on a scale of 1 to 10, and when I say marketing, I'm really covering sales and marketing, it's selling stuff, yeah. If I looked at that on a scale of 1 to 10, for most people, I think, who run small businesses, that perhaps they're coaches, advisors, consultants, people like that, which is often what I work with, and I know I've invited a load of those to this event, then the truth of the matter is they're probably around a 3 or a 4. They're not bad at it. They've been successful. They're still in business, which is, success. But there's a lot of room for improvement. I speak to people and I say, how much training have you done in sales in the last year? They go, well, none. I go, well, is it no surprise then that you're only converting 30% of your leads into sales? And if you double that to 60%, that would double the amount of business. With a 30% improvement, you could double your business. They go, oh yeah, I suppose I could, couldn't I? So, we need to focus on that area. Now, the second area is operations, doing the work, or selling the stuff, making the thing, whatever it is you do. Chances are you're like a 9 at that. You're really good. I repair cars. I worked for somebody else for 10 years. I've now set up my own garage. I'm really good at it. I'm a coach. I'm a consultant. I work for this corporate company doing HR consultancy. I've been a HR director. I spent years and years and years of doing this. Now I'm doing it for myself and helping my small business clients to do it. I'm an expert in it. Yeah, that's what I get a lot. I'm really good at what we do. I hear people all the time tell me, I'm really good at what I do, but I'm not really known enough, Steve, so I'm struggling away in my business, being really good at what I do, but not really selling as much as I'd like, not really as successful as I would like to be. The third department, finance, is a similar thing, really. We know we're not good at it. That's assuming you're not an accountant, and if you are, I hope you are. We know we're not good at it. And so what do? We outsource it to perhaps a bookkeeper and perhaps an accountant. Now, typically, accountants will tell you how well you did last year. That's basically what they do. It's a little bit like driving a car using the rear view mirror. We don't want to be doing that, do we? We don't want to be driving a car going forward and all I can see is the rear view mirror of how well I've done. We need to know where we are now. We need to be able to look at the speedometer and see how fast we're going and perhaps the sat-nav to understand where we're going. And we need to be able to look out of that blooming front window, so that we can see where we're going, we can see where we are, we can see and understand. We've got a cash flow projection. We know how many invoices are outstanding. We've got a projection of what we're going to do in the next quarter, and so on and so forth. Again, for most small businesses, consultants, advisors, whatever, you don't have that. You don't have that financial awareness. And accountants will tell you that most small businesses go bust. And by the way, 80% of small businesses go bust every year. 80% of those who start 5 years ago will have gone bust by now. And 80% of the businesses that start this year will have gone bust in 5 years' time. Now, I say that not to, frighten you, but just to make you aware of why is that. Well, it's not because of operational expertise. It's because they're not managing the money and they're not selling enough stuff. So if you want to grow your business, if you want a better 2024 than 23, you've got to become better at both those things. Or find somebody who can do that work for you. You know, if you've got that capacity to be able to pay somebody. But even then, you still need to become a better business owner, better at managing people, better at customer service, better at sales, better at, HR, better at, managing the legal side of your business. We need to raise our game. Tony Robbins, some of you know of Tony, one of his famous cliche sayings, the secret of success, raise your game. Raise your game. That's what Tony says. And that's the case in sport. You want to raise your game. You need to practice more. You need to train more. If you want to be better at marketing, you need to raise your marketing game. And when I say marketing, I actually believe it's a better title for it would be lead generation. And when I say sales, a better title for it would be lead conversion. They're the two things that you need to become better at in 2024. So that said, let me just talk to you a little bit about a couple of other points. I don't know about you, but in my opinion, as I said, I've been doing this 28 years now, this being advising small businesses in how to market and sell more of their stuff. Been doing it 28 years. I've seen and made most of the mistakes that could be made, to be honest. But I've learned from those mistakes. I've measured my results and my performance, which is a real key. You cannot manage what you do not measure. But I'm here to tell you that I have never, in all those 28 years, known a time like 2023 in terms of, in terms of new technology and new ideas. I mean, OMG, it really has been unbelievable. Just trying to keep up with technology right now, I almost think it's a full-time job for someone like me who's, massively into marketing, massively into selling and so on. I'm not just talking about AI, I'm talking about the technology that's around. And one of the things I want to tell you about, because I think it's really true, and I actually picked this up from a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk, who was, he's one of the world's leading consultants, if you will. And he said that in 2024 is going to be the year of technology. He said, you think 2023 has been amazing. Well, next year it's going to be unbelievable. And I'm here to tell you that if you're one of those people who are saying, "Oh, I'm not really a techie," I'm not it's not really me. Now is the time. You're going to get left behind. It's as simple as that. If you're someone who's going, "Oh, I don't really understand LinkedIn. I don't really understand search engine optimization. I don't really understand Google AdWords," and so on and so forth, you're just losing out. You're absolutely losing out. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to know, and you can't get to know everything. I know that. And there's only so much time, but you need to put a bit of time in to learning this stuff. And when you do, you take something simple like ChatGPT. I was talking about it this morning. I was talking to a lady, and she did courses, like training courses, like to run a day's course on something. And I said to her, she said, "Oh, I'm not really into technology. I like to do it the old-fashioned way. And I want to get work-life balance," was something she said 2 or 3 times. And I said to her, "Look, you can go and produce a course." I said, "I'll give you an example. Let's say you wanted to produce a course, a 1-day course with 10 modules in it, and it's called How to Improve Your Time Management." So what do? You can either spend an hour or two writing the structure of it. I'm not talking about writing the course, just writing the structure is going to take you probably a couple of hours. Or you could go to ChatGPT and say, write me the outline of a workshop, a one-day workshop with 10 modules on time management. And that take you, 10 seconds to do? You then press a button and it goes bing, 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 bing. 30 seconds later, you've got your document. You then spend 10 minutes or whatever it takes to update it and amend it and get it perfect, because ChatGPT is not perfect, although it will be possibly in the future, but we'll see about that. And then you can do the work-life balance. So instead of spending 2 hours doing what you were going to do, you've used ChatGPT and you can go out jogging or go for a walk or do whatever it is you want to do. So embracing technology, I want you to think of, it's not like, oh, I'm not like that, I don't want to do that. This is something that can save you a phenomenal amount of time, effort and money. It really can, but you need to embrace it. You need to know and understand it, and if you don't, you won't. It's as simple as that. So really important one. So think about the 3 departments. Think about what you need to do. Think about what you need to do to try to improve. Come up with a plan. If you want to talk to me about it, I'm very cool with that. Very happy to have a meeting. I'm pretty much tied up until the new year. I'm going to be working on the 2nd and 3rd of January. Feel free to book a meeting then. After that, it's the 15th of January. But as I say, very happy to cover that. Just looking if there's anything that I've missed from my list here. No, I mean, the only thing I've got down here that I've not said yet, I'll just say it, and that is the change is coming. The change is coming. I really hope you don't sit back as one of those people. It's almost like, imagine sitting back now going, oh, I don't want to, I'm not using that newfangled internet. I don't believe in it. It won't last anyway. And do you know what? There are a lot of people said that. Or, I don't want to get one of these things with wheels on. I'm happy riding around on my horse, going back years ago. Yeah. This is the new age. This is happening. You probably gather I'm not the youngest person around, but, I'm embracing this even at my age. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? But at my age, I'm still going, wow, this is amazing. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in 15, 20 years? I'm not sure I can. I don't know what the world's going to be like. Is it going to be better? I don't know. But I do think this technology, like most things, can be used for good or for bad. I accept that. Just like the internet is sometimes used for bad things as well as good things. But if enough people like us use them for good things, to save us time, to make us more efficient, to improve what we do, then that will be great. So that's it. Thank you ever so much for listening. Just in case you're wondering here, let me just show you this, because it's a really important one. This is my bulldog. My Christmas bulldog, and I've got a message with this. What I've shown you is that next year we really do need that bulldog spirit. I've got a bulldog. He's sat down there. I don't know whether you can hear him snoring at the moment, but he's very silent, very quietly snoring, not as loud as normal. But we really do need that bulldog spirit going forward, because it's probably going to be a tough time. But the successful people will be the ones that sell and market their business more effectively. And I hope it's you. If you need any help, give us a shout. Thanks very much for listening, and look forward to speaking to you again in the very near future. Thanks very much.